Greetings and salutations, YouTube family and friends. T-Rav Vlogs here. What's up, guys? So as you've seen, I am now back from my GFM adventure up in St. Louis, so as I do with all my other conventions, I thought I'd give this one a little review as well. I want to start off by making a few remarks about ASTL, or Anime St. Louis, which we stopped by on Friday to visit Chuck Huber, the voice actor, and see what was going on there. Now, I've been with ASTL pretty much since its conception, when it turned into a 3-day convention where it needed to go with another convention to kind of lean on it a little bit to show it the ropes on how to become a full successful convention. And I have to say, after almost a decade later, to see what it's become really warms my heart. I mean, this was a small convention, not a lot of people knew about it, and the venue that they had this year was gigantic, and ASTL filled it very well. They had also been to this venue before many years ago, but they only filled about half of it. They had to share it with another event going on, and it made for some interesting interactions between the cosplayers and the other guys, but this time it was only them, and it was really interesting to see that they had grown so much. So kudos to ASTL. I hope you guys keep going in a positive direction. I know I had a great time. Chuck Huber was amazing. The feel of the convention was great, so keep it up, guys. Now on to the main subject of the video, my review of Gateway Furmeet 2016. Now, as I was saying, there was another convention going on at the same time as GFM this year, so that had me a little worried. Not only was ASTL happening, one of the biggest conventions that happened in St. Louis, but there were also 2 other conventions happening elsewhere in the country of the same fandom as GFM. So that kind of led me to believe that attendance would tank just a little bit. When I got there, it did seem like it was a little bit slow to get started. Did attendance decrease? Yes, but not by that much. From what I understand, we still reached over 200 attendees, which is still great for a newer convention. GFM's only in its 3rd year, so to have that many still show up, even though there were other conventions happening, one of which has a lot of attendees from GFM that goes to it, that meant a whole lot. So the loyalty of the attendees is still there, so that's a really good thing for GFM to have. On Saturday, they had the fursuit parade and the photo shoot out in the atrium. You get to see all of the costumers come out, and you really get a feel for how big the convention is then. And I have to say, being shuffled into that huge group of costumers, it really didn't feel a whole lot like the attendance had decreased that much. It was just a really great time. I get to meet a lot of old friends that I've seen before in years past. Made a lot of new friends that I haven't seen before, saw a lot of new faces, so that's always a good thing. It's always good when you go to a convention and you see new faces, people getting interested in the convention and the area. So that means just positive growth for them in the future. The reaction from the locals was also very positive as well. There was a gospel conference going on in the same hotel that same weekend, and every time we ran into a group from that conference, you know, they had nothing but positive things to say about us. You know, smiles, laughs, pictures. It was a great time, and even the locals in the area, they really enjoyed us. Families were out there, they had their kids, they were having a great time. And one of the local bars, which was the whole reason we were out in that area, a local bar and grill, saw some of the costumers and said, you guys have got to come over for a group picture and maybe some lunch or something sometime. So one of our other friends came to us, told us what was going on. So we walked over there after the parade to get some lunch, had a great time, and then they said, well, we're already halfway here, let's go to the arch. So impromptu arch walk. Yay. So all in all, my experience with GFM was a very positive one. The attendance was down a little bit, again, not as much as I expected, so that was always a good thing. And the feel was not affected at all. There was still a very positive feel. The staff is always easy to work with. Every time I ran into one of the staffers, they were always eager to help, friendly to talk to. I mean, it was great. It is a smaller convention, like I said. It's in its 3rd year, so it's still kind of in its infancy with regards to conventions as a whole in the area. So, I mean, to see that it has made it this far and people are still showing up to it, you still have all of the loyal con attendees, you know, it's a good thing to see. So, guys at GFM, you should be very proud of the convention you have and the direction that you're heading with it, because we don't have anything like this as far as a furry con in this area anymore. So it's good to know that you guys are there and that you guys are taking your convention experience seriously. I know I had a great time. My friends were enjoying themselves. Bob and Brandy, never been to a furry convention before. They enjoyed themselves. I kept hearing when I get my costume, when I get my fursuit, when I get all this together, so you've got them planning on attending future cons. So good on you, GFM. I think you hooked them. Like I said, the convention experience was great. Will I return? You bet. It's always a fun time. I love seeing where the con evolves from the previous years, the new costumes, seeing the old friends, making new friends. It's always a great time. It's why I go to the conventions, and the response that we got from the public was great. And that's really why we do it. We get in these giant, uncomfortable costumes to make people smile. And there were plenty of smiles this past weekend. And I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. I will be in the future breaking down the experience of the conventions and maybe doing a comparison and contrast of corporate conventions versus fan-based conventions. You'll understand what I mean later on, but that's another video for another day. So until next time, talk to you soon and take care. Bye-bye.